I'm Letitia Haynes. I live in Florida, about 30 minutes above Sarasota, 30 minutes below Tampa. And I want to accomplish losing weight, being more healthy. I am vegan, but I do cook a little bit, more so the grains and the beans to do that. So that's it for me right now.
Sounds good. Go ahead, Sarah.
I'll go next. Hi, everybody. So, Larissa, can you just repeat real quick, because I was having a little trouble hearing you. What was the things to cover?
Just introduce yourself and what you're trying to accomplish by joining.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, my name is Sarah Lebrecq, and I've been watching the Let's Cook Raw show for the past almost year. It's been a great support, and I have a lot of health issues, and I got into the raw food thing for health issues and out of a lot of fear. And I want to really be in this solid without that fear, you know, for how I feel. And I know it's the right thing to do, but I want to really feel like I'm drawn to do that, if that makes sense. And I wanted to just be here for the support in the community. And I'm really excited to hear each of your stories and to be part of your journey, because I learned so much from other people's experiences and getting to share that. So thank you for all being here. And thank you, Larissa and Brian and everybody behind the scenes for making it happen.
Welcome, Sarah. Well, I just realized that Letitia is not here. Not Letitia, I'm sorry, Sylvie. And
oh, you're right.
Joe, do you think you can send her a meeting link?
Who?
Sylvie.
Okay.
Legere?
Yes, Sylvie Legere.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so who wants to be next? Okay, Farah, go ahead. Don't ask, you just start talking.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Farah Champagne, and I live in Gwynn Oak, Maryland, which is minutes away from Baltimore and about 45 minutes away from Washington, D.C. I have been experimenting with raw veganism since 2006, off and on. And I realized when I first started doing it that it started resolving some of my health issues, but I tried different things throughout the time up until now. And last year I decided to go full-fledged and just do it because it seemed that nothing else was working to help me resolve some of my health issues. And so it's almost as if it's something that I really have to do. And I want to get support and help inspire others and also learn during this journey. Thank you so much.
Sounds good. Thank you, Farah. Welcome. I guess Shari.
Trying to find the mute button without my glasses. I did raw, maybe I started 3 years ago and I got up to 7 months and then been trying to get back ever since. And I'm not good or love public speaking, so I figured this would force me to be accountable and do this program, and I couldn't pass up the honor of working with Doug. So pushing myself outside my comfort zone, because I know I need the healing, and I had a lot of surgeries and medical errors where a lot of CT scans and radiation. So I know this is a great way to nourish and hydrate my cells and get all that stuff out of my system. And so I'm motivated. I might have had some cooked food treats last night knowing I was starting today for a year. This is my before picture. And bloated and salty and sugar, and I went out in style. So I'm ready to commit for a year, and I know I want to go back after a year for sure. So I'm happy to be here and happy to be with you guys.
Welcome, Shari.
Thank you.
And I guess Gina.
She keeps getting disconnected.
Okay. Well, we'll wait for a second and I'll also text and Sylvie.
I could go while we're waiting.
Yes.
Yeah, Carrie.
Okay, I'm Carrie. I'm from Niagara Falls, Canada. It's just about an hour and a half from Toronto, and I have tried the raw diet a bunch of times, but I live with a my family eats just a normal standard American diet, and so I'm having trouble kind of like sticking to my plan. I think I've gone about 2 months longest, and then, you know, something happens and then I just fall apart. But the thing is that I have a lot of health issues that I'm trying to resolve, and every time I stick to the plan, I feel better. And so I just haven't gotten all the way better. And so I know that this is the right thing. I'm really motivated to get it done and feel better and get back to health. I just yeah, I think I'm not doing something right. And so I just want to make sure that I could keep going. And so I'm really excited to be here and so grateful that that we have this. So thank you so much. I'm really excited to get started.
Well, welcome, Carrie.
Thank you.
And Gina, can you hear us? You actually muted.
Technical.
Gina, you muted. If you can unmute your microphone. And... Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we cannot see you and we really cannot hear you, unfortunately. If you, yes, here we are, you can see you.
Larissa, can you hear me?
We can hear you, but the connection is not very clear, at least for me.
And it's not clear for me either.
No.
So, Gina,
can you hear me?
It's a bit distorted.
Okay. I just have, can you hear?
Yes. Well, Gina, if you want to call my...
Restore my Wi-Fi, but it's not working. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
That's better.
Okay.
So, Brian, could you go while Gina fixing her connection?
Sure. Okay, I just want to
hear me without video?
Oh, okay.
Brian, just
you
introduce
can
yourself.
Hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Should we let Gina go, or do you want me to go?
Well,
Gina, can you hear me? No.
Yes,
guys.
we can hear you.
Okay, I turned off my video, so maybe it's better without video, so you can hear me.
Yes.
So my name is Gina, and I am a vegan for the last 7 years, and I've been trying to be raw, but the top days I got like maybe 100 days raw, and after that I just go back to cooked food, and I always have this cravings for cooked food. And my last time when I was raw, it was in summer before I got pregnant. And when I got pregnant, I again started having the symptoms like I want to eat something cooked. And I gave myself permission to eat cooked food because like, oh, it's for the baby. But actually for the baby, I want the best, and the best is on the raw plants. So I want to be committed not just to myself, but to my baby as well. I want the best for both of us. And that's why I decided to participate in this challenge, challenge lifestyle. And I hope to get support from you guys, and to be supportive to others. So let's get raw together.
Well, I can tell you, instead of 8 members of Rawsome Year, we actually have 8.5 members, and we'll have 9 in March. I think Gina is due in March 26th, right, Gina?
Larissa can't hear me because I can't hear you now.
Well, that's exciting, guys. That's really exciting. We're gonna experience new life with us. It's like we all will be taking a new life with the baby. So thank you, Gina, for being here with us. And Brian, would you introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Brian, and I'm one of the facilitators for the Rawsome Year group. And I'd just like to say a few words
Yes, correct. March 26th.
I'd just like to say a few words to provide a little structure to the Rawsome Year. So the purpose, really, the Let's Cook Raw program has 3 products that we're now offering. In 2020, we just had the one product, which was the weekly raw vegan cooking class on Sundays. Now we continue to do that. The second product that we're offering is Dr. Graham's lectures, which is once a month, the first Sunday of every month. Everybody is invited to attend a lecture. And then the third product that we're now offering is the Rawsome Year. And so the purpose of the Rawsome Year is to provide a vehicle of support for a select group of people who want to try to make a commitment for the low-fat, raw vegan lifestyle for 12 months. And so this will be an accountability, it will be an education, and this will be really not exactly a coaching program, but rather a self-support program. So psychologists have determined that the best way for groups to work is not for somebody to tell you what to do, but for you to discover the answer yourself. And the reality is that we have all the answers we need within ourselves. And by doing it this way, it becomes more permanent. It's much more lasting. You see, if somebody tells you what to do, then the first thing we want to do, it's just human nature, is we want to rebel and we want to try to sneak and we want to try to cheat. But if the answer comes from within, if the answer comes from within you, then the only person you're cheating is yourself. So that kind of takes away the excitement or the allure of wanting to cheat. So that's why we're doing it this way. As I mentioned earlier, you know, we will be facilitating the WhatsApp chat group and we'll be watching, but we're asking you to support each other. And if you have a question, or if you have a challenge, or if you have a success, we encourage you to share all of those things with the WhatsApp group. And then in the event of a question or a challenge, then we ask the rest of the group to step up and to offer their words of knowledge and their words of encouragement. And there's many different tools that you can use. There's books, and there's obviously the lectures that Dr. Graham is giving. And you know, as far as recipes are concerned, you already have access to the best source of making low-fat, raw vegan recipes every Sunday, at least 3 Sundays of the month now. And we have the past shows that you can go back and you can see other recipes so that you can continue this lifestyle in a very healthy and sustainable way. So I look forward to working with you all. Congratulations once again, and I'm very excited for everybody.
All right, thank you, Brian. Okay, I'm Larissa, and I started Let's Cook Raw after working with started to work with Dr. Graham in March of 19. And so basically humongous difference in my life, in all aspects of my life, in digestion, in mental clarity, in manifesting the best life who I can be and the best life I can live. what I would like to share is my experience working with Dr. Graham. And again, we started direct coaching one-on-one with him in March 19. And he introduced me basically to low-fat or vegan lifestyle. And throughout working with him, I developed special points that I would like to share with you. Again, this is just a suggestion for you to listen, and if it's work, test if it works for you, and then implement that. So it will be really good to have at least 3, he calls it big meals per day, each big in a different way. I usually start my breakfast at 8 a.m. with big rehydration meal that is basically choosing from melons, berries, and stone fruits, peaches, nectarines, plum, apples, pears, and other juicy fruits. And what it does is basically hydrates me and give me glucose energy, which is easiest way to start your day and give your body an energy. So remember, your breakfast should be a rehydrating meal from fruit. At least that's how I started, okay? Lunch, my lunch is between 12 and 12:30 p.m. And it's my big carbohydrate meal, which is meaning sweet fruits, banana, figs, dates, persimmons, and everything that is really sweet. And you have to eat enough to sustain yourself for about 4 to 5 hours. So main point on this whole diet is you have to eat a lot, okay? I prefer to have my dinner no later than 5 p.m., 4:30 to 5 p.m. And that's my big volume meal. After having all acid or subacid fruit I can eat, then I enjoy a salad or some vegetable meal. And again, as Brian mentioned, we have tons of beautiful meals on Let's Cook Raw. You can just put that video and select what you would like to cook and make it. But important thing for you not to crave, as Gina mentioned, cooked food or anything, the important thing is that you eat your fruit ahead of your vegetable meal. This is critical. To me, that's making such a big difference. First is not eating low fat. And I was pouring oil on my salads all my life. I lost my gallbladder because of that, and all my problems start escalating. But minimizing my fat is improve my digestion dramatically. And then incorporating easy to digest fruit, that's making another level. So again, if I can repeat a rehydrating meal from fruits in the morning, carbohydrate meals from sweet fruits in the afternoon, big volume meal with acid and subacidic fruits and following with vegetables. And on this diet, despite whether you want to lose weight or not lose weight, you have to eat a lot. So, and it's interesting that I like to eat, but I was really making a point for myself to make my stomach bigger instead of smaller. It's kind of, again, controversy. So what I really invite you is to experiment with your body, okay? Watch how things work for you. Make notes and adjust your behavior accordingly, okay? So I want you to really accept where you are without judgment. And the next thing, you have to tame your expectations. Remember, your body and your whole lifestyle was going one direction, and now you turning it around and going different direction. Things may not go the way you expected. So forget your expectations. Just be in each morning, evaluate your body, how it feels, and make your adjustments based on that. Another point is all healing is self-healing. I cannot heal you. Dr. Graham cannot heal you. Brian cannot heal you. You are the only person who can heal yourself. and you have all power, all knowledge. All we trying to create you an environment, create here an environment that will allow for you to blossom. And again, here your body always giving you clues. All you need to do is listen. Another very important point is notice what you're thinking every day. Try to tune up to your thoughts and saying, what I'm thinking, what are my thoughts and what am I talk to myself? And entertain and pay attention to positive thoughts only. Watch your thoughts closely and choose concentrate on positive changes only. Dismiss anything else unless you need emergent medical help. So at this point, forget that you have some stomach pain, okay? All you see that maybe you feel a little bit better today. Maybe you're a little bit more rested today after sleeping. Maybe you don't have fatigue after you ate that dehydrating meal in the morning. So notice those little tiny changes, and they will be so tiny in the beginning, almost unnoticeable. But you have to be an investigator on your own body and notice positive changes. And more positive changes you notice, the more positive changes will come to your life. Another thing, as Brian mentioned, if you feel hopeless for whatever reason, doesn't matter what reason, just send the question to the group. The group is really your support. We are, will be again, hugging you, supporting you, encouraging you, making you laugh, and making you basically bring all the emotions that will come up on this lifestyle to the surface for everyone to help you deal with. Okay, and if group cannot answer your questions to your satisfaction, then it's going to be, you can text me directly. You have my number there. And if that's question, I feel like we can bug Dr. Graham about that, we'll send it to Dr. Graham directly. What else? If you notice any improvements, any positive change, no matter how small, share with your group. I'm sure if you concentrate positive changes, again, more positive changes will come to your life. And be kind to yourself, praise yourself. If you have a perfect raw meal, one perfect raw meal, went to bed on time or went for a walk and did some physical activities, be proud of yourself if you have 2 perfect meals, and celebrate yourself if you have 3 perfect meals a day. It's basically, it's one raw meal at a time. It's one raw day each day to build new habits. I'm guaranteed if you had 30 of raw vegan days in a row, the 31 day, if you eat cooked food, you will not be happy. So, and if you want support from the group, be supportive. If you don't feel like you get enough support, support other members. So, and every Sunday of the month, we will follow up. No, actually, each Sunday of the month, we will follow up all of you on Zoom group. Sorry, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say that every first Sunday of the month, we will follow up. We will have a follow-up group that meets at 1 o'clock after Dr. Graham's show. And every Sunday, we will bring 2 people to speak at the end of each show for about 2.5 minutes. So you could talk about your victories that past week. You can talk about your challenges this week. You can talk about your progress, doesn't matter what direction. If that progress was not good, be authentic, be yourself, be comfortable where you are today. Okay, that's all it starts. It's all starts to be accepting where you are today, without expectation, without projection. It's being in the moment. So with that said, I really happy that you guys here. Thank you for joining this Rawsome year. I have no doubts it will be tremendous. It will bring tremendous changes to your life. And if you miss, Letitia, if you miss some of the stuff, that session is recorded and we'll send it to everyone. You can watch it again. And what we would like to do is to decide who would be brave enough to start the introduction, those 2 minutes introduction next Sunday. And we'll need 2 people. Anybody?
I have a question. This is Letitia. So I'll go ahead and be one of the 2 for next Sunday. I think I can do that. But are we gonna, once we decide who goes first, are we gonna get a list of who will go so that we can kind of plan our months out each week? Yeah. Like if you expect me to come next, like in 2 Sundays, but I don't know about it and I don't show up, then, you know, I want to kind of prevent some of those things.
Okay, so we can do it now. So I'll put you, Letitia, for next Sunday. Okay. Anybody else? We would like to have 2 people, and we'll pin you. Joe will pin you on the gallery view, and 2 of you will be shown. And you can start, or Dr. Graham will ask you a couple of questions. He'll basically ask, what was your victories this week? What was your challenge? What were your challenges this week? I mean, we're not judging you. We just, again, embracing your desire to improve in this, you know, lifestyle. And we're providing you a supporting environment.
I can do it.
And who's that? Shari?
Yeah.
Did I hear Shari? Oh my gosh.
Go with first.
That's good. Okay. And okay, for the following week, I guess I can send email. I mean, if somebody is ready, we only have Gina, Carrie, and Farah here.
I can this is Farah.
This is Gina. I can go on February 21st, the week after.
February 21st. Okay.
So can I. This is Farah.
Okay, Farah and Gina. On February 21st. And again, if there is, I mean, if you want to say words, somebody wants to say something next week, we want at least 2 people to be there. If somebody else will join, I mean, feel free. But this, you know, that on February 21st, Farah and Gina, and before it will Letitia and Shari. And then I'll send the email. If there's something changes, you guys feel communicate through the group. That's why the WhatsApp is, so we don't miss anybody through email or through spam. It's a little bit more intimate communication. And Brian is naturopathic doctor. What I was hoping, Brian, that you introduce your credentials, and Brian actually introduced me to Dr. Graham. So I am so grateful for first Brian agreeing to be supportive on this group and that chat, and also he made a tremendous difference in my lifestyle, and he helped me to discover Dr. Graham. So thank you, Brian.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And everybody, I can't overemphasize the concept of using the WhatsApp chat group. These are your accountability partners. So imagine that you had a fitness goal and you decided you wanted to go to the gym every day, or walk, or go for a run, or a bike ride, or tennis, or whatever. And every day somebody came and knocked at your door and said, come on, let's go to the gym. Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a run. You know, you can imagine the extra motivation that you would have to do that by having a friend to do it with. And so I encourage everybody to use the WhatsApp chat room frequently and often, and to get to know each other more closely, and become friends. And let's go on this journey together. And this way we can support one another, we can motivate one another, and we can be accountable to one another. This is very similar to having a personal trainer, only you're not really having to pay in this case for that extra motivation of having a personal trainer. Now you have a friend on the WhatsApp chat room to check in on you. And also be aware that, you know, people may make a mistake. You may fall off the wagon, and that's okay. It doesn't disqualify you from the program. We encourage you to be honest and to share your experience and learn from that experience from the knowledge base of others in the WhatsApp chat room and in the group, so that hopefully next time you feel like, you know, you might be getting ready to make a mistake, or you might be tempted to eat something cooked, make a promise to yourself that before you eat that naughty food, that you're going to check in with the WhatsApp group and just let them know, I'm tempted. I'm getting ready to eat this naughty food. Can anybody help me? Offer any kind of, say anything. And you're going to find that people will chime in, and you know, you're going to get the encouragement you need to stay on the program. This is a one-year challenge, and I'm very excited for everybody. So thank you for letting me be part of the group.
Yeah. So for me, it's actually, I'm not craving cooked food at all after a year and a half. I really don't care about cooked food. For me, it's more like little thing, like that sauce that they sell in that they offer you in the raw restaurant. And I feel it immediately in my body. So, but what I say to me, yes, I had it. Yes, and I know how it made me feel. But tomorrow I'm eating my rehydrating melon in the morning. And I'm really looking toward that rather than harassing myself and being mean to myself. Why did I add that dressing that I knew gonna make me feel bad? So that's look toward a good things rather than I was bad. I fell off the wagon. Look what you will be able to get on the wagon tomorrow morning. Okay. Any questions, guys?
This is Letitia. I have a quick question. I like how you shared with us how your day goes as far as eating your meals. And I just want to make sure I understood. Did you say, like, for your lunchtime meal, that's when you have your acid and subacid foods, or is it the dinner one? I couldn't quite catch that.
You have to understand, in the morning, you want to rehydrate yourself. So the juicy fruit, okay? In the afternoon, you have to give yourself energy. So more denser, sweeter fruit. In the evening, you want acidic fruit to help you with digestions of vegetables. So acidity in the fruit, because acidity in the fruit actually helps to digest your vegetables. And some fats, include some healthy fats like avocado in your dinner. But those acidic fruits will help you because it has less sugar. Fat and sugar don't combine within us very good. So, and it will come, the understanding will come. I mean, it took me a while. I have to write it down and I have to put it on my, I don't know, you see that, you cannot see it, but I have to write it on my paper and hang it on the refrigerator. And I have to look, okay, that's breakfast and that's what I'm eating, okay? Now I can repeat it 10 billion times and I know what I'm supposed to eat in the morning, afternoon, in the evening. It provides variety, but it's also provide from food combining. I really would like you to guys go online and research that we have non-sweet, subacid, sweet, acidic, and nightshades, fruits and vegetables. And the combination of them is really difficult in our body. So actually that's probably we should do an assignment for the group. Each of you should go online and research how acidic, subacidic, and sweet fruit combination work in your body and share it with the group. What did you learn? Because one thing is that how we mix the food in our bodies helps or prevent the digestion. That's another important point, which I'm sure Dr. Graham will talk about that. And the fact that you all sign up for the Dr. Graham educational series, that will really concretize and put the foundation for your understanding why you're eating hydrating food in the morning, sweet fruit in the afternoon, and acidic and vegetables for dinner. He will go, I'm sure he'll go over that.
Thank you.
Anything else? Gina, we cannot hear you. You muted.
No, I'm fine. I don't have any questions so far.
Pretty good. All right. Well, I guess we'll look forward to Leticia and Shari next week to hear your reports. Don't make it too beautiful. Be authentic, be sincere, be where you are. Okay? Anything else? Brian, do you want to say something, closing remark here?
Well, I would just say that everybody is different. Everybody's coming from a different place and everybody has a different history, and that's okay. You know, so what works for Larissa may or may not work for you. What works for me may not work for you. I would echo what Larissa said. You know, I've created a daily schedule of, you know, activities, exercise, eating, juicing, and so forth. But, you know, your schedule may be slightly different because you have different commitments. But that's just me. You know, I resound well with structure and planning and things like that. You know, I like to plan to succeed. So, and you'll learn many tips like that, I think, in the weeks and months ahead in the WhatsApp chat room and on the Sunday Zoom meetings that we have.